Hello students, hope you all are keeping well. Today we are going to start with chapter 12, tenses. So let's read and understand what do you mean by tenses and its different forms. Tenses. Tenses are different forms a verb can take to indicate the time of action. So it is a form of a verb which shows if something happens in past, present or future. So the tenses are very much related to the time and to the action. Present, past and future are the three tenses. Now, what is present tense? How you will identify the present tense? A verb in the present tense tells about an action in the present time, that is now, at the present situation. So the present tense tells about the action that happens now, at present. Understood? So here, for example, what we will add? Verb. We will make changes in the verb because tense is a form of a verb. Now, walks, singular, so we will add s to the verb. Plays, is, are, and etc. like that. Next, a verb in the past tense tells about in the past time. It tells about the past. जो हो गया है, जो बीत गया है. That is earlier. That already happened. Now that is not in progress. That action is not in progress. Already happened that. Understood? So that kind of verbs are known as past tense. So what comes under this? Walked. I walked in the park. पार्क में मैं खत्म कर दिया वो एक्शन. That action is over. Played, isn't it? Or was, etc. Next, a future tense verb tells about an action in the future. The word itself, future, means that's going to happen in future. Has not yet happened but going to happen in future. So such kind of verbs are known as future tense, that is later, afterwards, बाद में. For example, will play, will go, isn't it? So will, we are adding will with the verb, with the main verb. Understood? We are adding will. We are not making any changes in the verb. Like here, we have written ed. Here we have written s. But here we are just adding will with the base form of the main verb. Okay, children? Some grammarians do not consider future tense as a tense only. Why? This is because we make future tense by adding will. We only add will become or will go. We are not making any changes with the verb. If you compare it with past tense and present tense, there is change, isn't it? If it is present tense, you will add s to the verb. He sings well. If it is past tense, you will make change in the what verb? He sang well. But here in future tense, you are not making any change in the verb. You are just adding one word, will or shall. For example, will walk. If you see present tense, walks. If it is singular, then plural है तो walk ही लिखोगे. They walk in the park. Past tense, walked. See, some changes is happening in the verb itself. But see, in the future tense, no change. Will walk. I'm not making any changes in the verb, just adding. That's why many of the grammarians, they think that future tense is not a kind of a tense only. It should not be included with other tenses like present tense or past tense. Notice that there is no independent single word future tense form of the verb. There is no independent, like this is independent, walked. We are adding ed, making it past tense. But here in future tense, we are not doing anything with the walk. We are just adding will and making it future tense. So, it does not have any independent single future word form of the verb like the present tense and past tense. Okay. Now next. Within the present, past and future tenses, there are specific verb forms that indicate whether the action is in progress, that is in continuation, or completed. It's already complete, that action is completed. All possible verb forms for each tense are listed below in separate tables. So here in this chapter we are going to identify, we are going to learn how to identify whether the given sentence is a present tense or present continuous or past tense. Okay, so just here with the help of the examples, they have just made you understand like what all comes under simple present tense, what kind of sentence or what kind of verbs can be called as a simple present tense. Okay, so let's get started with the present tense first of all. Simple present. Hari lives in Bangalore. See, lives, isn't it? Hari is singular and present tense. Abhi bhi wo reh raha hai. So Hari lives in Bangalore. Next, Reshmi walks for an hour every day. Walks. See, adding S to the verb. Adding S to the verb. Why? Because this is simple present tense and this is singular subject. Asin is a talented girl. Is. See, present tense. Asin is. Now again, Asin is singular. So is. If it is plural, then are. Next, one more example I can show you, like they walk. Understood? Don't write walks. Wrong manner. It is wrong to write walks. With plural, always the base form of the verb in simple present tense. With singular, add S to the main verb. Got it? Next. Present continuous. The action is still in continuation. We are eating mangoes. We, plural, so are eating, ing. Verb plus ing. That is what the formula of present continuous. And are, is, are, am you have to use. Was and were you will use in past tense. Sumit is cleaning. Is cleaning. Mary is typing. So everywhere ing, isn't it? Next, present perfect. We have eaten mangoes. Eat, ate, eaten. It is like that. V1, V2, V3 form. Isn't it? So, in present perfect, we have to use which form? V3 form. Eat, ate, eaten. Understood? So, and every time we have to use has or have. Has we will use with singular. Have we will use with plural. I exceptional case. I के साथ हमेशा have लिखोगे. We have eaten. See, V3 form. V3 form, isn't it? Next, Sumit has cleaned his desk. Has, singular hai isliye. This is singular. So has cleaned, V3 form again. V3 form. Clean, cleaned, cleaned. Sometimes V2 and some verbs has got V2 and V3 form same. Clean, cleaned, cleaned. Mary has typed. Mary, singular subject. So has, isn't it? And typed, V3 form. Typed, typed. It's like that. Her email. Next, present perfect continuous. Hari has been living in Koramangala. Has been living. So this is the formula. Has or have plus been plus ing. Understood? For present perfect, for present continuous, what we will do? Is, are, am plus verb ke saath ing. For present perfect, what you will do? Has or have plus V3 form. For present perfect continuous, what we will do? We will add has plus been plus ing. Okay? Has plus been plus ing with the main verb. Hari has been living in Koramangala. Reshmi has been attending yoga classes. Asin has been scoring well in her tests. Next, moving on to past tense. Now, simple past tense. Amy was my classmate. Amy was my classmate. Was past tense. वो थी, अभी नहीं है. Mary cleaned Sumit's desk. Cleaned. See, we have to add ed. Cleaned, past form we have to write. India became, became is the past form. India became a republic in 1950. So all this already happened. Next, past continuous. Balakrishna was walking. In present continuous, what we will add? Is, am, are according to the subject. Okay, then main verb के साथ ing. Here what we have to add? Was and were. If the subject is singular, then was. If the subject is plural, then were. The soldiers were running towards the fort. Were running. And ing. Next, everyone was reading. Everyone. एक जन. So was reading, again ing with the main verb, and was or were depending upon the subject. Next, past perfect. By midnight, all villagers had slept. What we do in the present perfect? Present perfect, what we use? We use have or has depending upon the subject, and V3 form. So here also, here we have to add had everywhere. Whether the subject is singular or plural, you have to add had in the past perfect. Had plus V3 form. Slept. Sleep, slept, slept. V3 form. Next, Meenu had completed 3 years of training before joining the academy. The conductor had found. Find, found, like that. Can write also founded also. The conductor had found a small bag under the seat. So had, see, everywhere had. So here you don't see singular or plural, whether the subject is singular or plural. Singular हो या plural हो, दोनों में तुम लिखोगे had. But be careful in present perfect. In present perfect you will see whether the subject is singular or plural. Singular है तो has, plural है तो have. Okay, I exceptional case. Next, past perfect continuous. While the villagers had been sleeping. In present perfect continuous, what we add? Has been living or sleeping. Here you have to add in past perfect. What you have to add? You have to add had everywhere. Had been sleeping. Ing. The elephants entered the farm. Meenu had been practicing. Ing. Practicing. Had plus been plus ing with the main verb. Hard before she applied to the tennis academy. The volcano had been fuming for many years before it erupted in 1932. The volcano had been fuming. See, ing. Isn't it? And had plus been plus ing. Next. Now, let's do the exercise. Choose the correct answer. Tense is what? What is the tense? The way verbs indicate their relation to time. Understood? The way verbs indicate. If it is past tense, we will add was. If it is present tense, we will add is, am, are, or we will add s to the verb. It is simple present tense then. Okay. Past tense indicates that the action takes place what? Earlier. Pehle. Past tense. Pehle jo hua. Understood? Not now and later. Baad wala later means what? Future tense. Now present tense. So we have this option is correct. Earlier they are asked about past tense. Next. A number of experts do not consider future tense to be a tense because there is no independent future tense form of the verb. We just add will with the verb. That's why many grammarian or many experts do not consider future tense as a tense. Next, was walking is what? Was ing. तो क्या हुआ ये? Past continuous. Past continuous. The future perfect verb form of read is future perfect. Okay, this we will be doing later on because I have finished till past tense. Okay, this question I have kept it for next session. Okay, so that's all for today. Do this exercise till wherever I have done. Do it in your textbook. Take care. See you next time.